What are you doing? Where are you going? I'm just gonna follow this dude. He seems to know what's up. Oh shit. Holy fuck. It's running faster than I can catch up with. He's gonna die. Oh, I fucking saved your life, dude. Least you could do for me is be grateful, alright? Where the fuck you go now? Oh, there he is. Come back here, you fool. Holy shit, where the fuck is he going? Holy shit. How the fuck has he gone so far? Is he still running? Oh, there he is. Like, where in the fuck is he going? Oh my god, I'm seriously gonna be doing this whole rabbit hole now. But instead of following the white rabbit, I'm like following the mad Imperial soldier. Actually, I don't know if he's actually Imperial. Oh, he's stuck. It's a courier. Huh. Let's see where you're delivering your messages. But legit, I think like the dude actually has a faster running speed than I do. That is fascinating. It's because of like my items. Hang on. Change to something a little bit more appropriate, I guess. There's just no helmet. Am I gonna run faster this way? Oh. Ayo. Oh shit.
Cleared out, I guess.
Holy shit, another courier. Damn, what are the odds of bumping into 2 couriers at once?
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Oh, I mean, he seems to have the mother of all, like, deliveries right now, because he ain't stopping. The hell are you going, my friend? Sounded like someone's behind me. Holy shit, it's already made up so much distance. Lol. Quite literally have to spend your stamina in order to, like, catch up to him. Where are you going? Oh my god. The pathfinding. I forget how janky the pathfinding is here in Skyrim. Uh-oh. More frostbite spiders. Son of a bitch. He actually died. Well, fuck. Oh well. Guess he won't be needing these no more. The hell are we? Yeah, I think I might need to use some magic with this. Holy shit. Alright, I gotta level up so I could use. Oh, wow. Okay. Might not be high level enough to deal with that. Just saying. Maybe. What now? I'm like, what level am I right now? Fuck, I'm only level 4. Barely gonna be able to even. Ooh, fire. Fire's good. Especially in snowy conditions like this. Oh, giants. Giants bad. Bad news. Especially at low level. Oh, oh fuck. I'm sorry. Oh shit, he's still coming after me. Holy fuck. No, stay away from me. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Oh, thank goodness. Isn't able to follow me up here. Or is he? Hi. Nice mammoth. Okay, I'm gonna try to use this opportunity to run away. Holy fuck, he's still after me. Oh, hi there. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not wearing my armor right now. Damn. Coming for you, baby. Oh. Aw, no tusks. He has no tusks. Sorry, Isolde. Just gotta have to wait. Damn, battle music still raging. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come here, you fool.
Fear not. Come dragon or giant will be ready. You look tired, friend. Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
I realized the volume is like quite low. Is it my setting or something? Or is it like some config I need to do with the volume? Remember there was a trick where you had to kind of like change your audio device to like surround. Problem is, like, I'm using like what's technically an external sound card, effectively, like a USB microphone. So I don't think I can actually set it to that 1.5. The only thing I could do basically is like loudness equalization. I don't want to use that. Skyrim preps.ini. I think that's in my Explorer. In my documents. Oh shit. Where is the Skyrim? Ah, here. Here it is. What's the name of that value again? F Audio Master. Master font. Oh, I found it. Found the exact setting. Gonna reload the game. See whether it applies. I hope this doesn't crash the stream or anything. Just gonna be hands off. Not alt tab and shit. Because that seems to be what kills the game. Hey, it worked. Add seamless.
Fear not. Come dragon or giant, we'll be ready.
You look tired, friend. The bannered mare has beds for rent.
Does not appear to be that much louder, actually. Unless I quite literally have taken the wrong setting. Or the setting didn't take or something.
Right.
Don't know what anything in the console would do. Doesn't seem to work. Just type it in. Oh wait, it reverted back to 1. Interesting. I went back and checked the config file. It reverted back to 1. Oh, it's got soft cap at 1. I think this might be this info. Unless I have to kind of like set the thing to read only. Let me try to set the file to read only. Doesn't feel that much different volume right now.
right?
Or more dramatic difference by like increasing my own audio volume.
Helgen, destroyed by a dragon. Hard to believe, isn't it?
Oh god, kick the bucket all the way to Winterfell.
No lollygagging. Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I hear. What I come.
The hell? Is that a floating bone? And it's moving too, what the fuck? Did it belong to this dead giant? I think it did. It's the one that you kill first time you come in the Whiterun. Ugh, finally made it. Had to kind of like hoof it all the way. Has I already been made Thane yet? I don't think I've been made Thane yet. Is house available? Nope. Not yet. I had to go deliver Dragonstone. Lol 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 lol.
say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King with his voice, shouted him apart.
What is it?
Some peace and quiet, actually. Which actually means this is probably quite late at night, isn't it? Oh fuck, it's literally 3 in the morning. Well, rise and shine, Farengar. I has a dragon stone to give to you. Oh shit, he's still awake.
The terminology is clearly First Era or even earlier. I'm convinced this is a copy of a much older text. Perhaps dating to just after the Dragon War. If so, I could use this to cross-reference the names with other later texts.
Good. I'm glad you're making progress. My employers are anxious to have some tangible answers.
Oh, have no fear. The Jarl himself has finally taken an interest, so I'm now able to devote most of my time to this research.
Time is running, Farengar, don't forget. This isn't some theoretical question. Dragons have come back.
Yes, don't worry. Although the chance to see a living dragon up close would be tremendously valuable. Now, let me show you something else I found. Very intriguing. I think your employers may be interested as well. Ah, yes, the Jarl's protege. Back from Bleak Falls Barrow. You didn't die, it seems. Ah, the Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way. That is where your job ends and mine begins. The work of the mind, sadly undervalued in Skyrim. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Farengar, you need to come at once. A dragon's been sighted nearby. You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
So, Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed
Volume is so low.
you are now permitted
I can barely even hear
to
Jarl.
the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armor.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
Check 1, 2.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I might just need to use a lot of equalization. I cannot hear these people at all. Oh god. It's completely lost sound. Game's completely lost sound. Don't you just love it? It just works. It actually just works. God damn it. This fucking sucks.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
I should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you. I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or glory mission. I need to know what we're dealing with.
Don't worry, my lord. I'm the very soul of caution.
I've seen you helping the Yard. If only all visitors to Whiterun were as noble.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I hear. Let them come.
I'll...
Oh. Lol.
That's in Dragon's Reach. You say you aided the Yard. We have a white man. Think.
Here's the situation. A dragon is attacking the Western Watchtower.
A dragon?
We're in for it. You heard right. I said a dragon. I don't much care where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Houseguard, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
No, Houseguard.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah!
Damn right! Let's move out.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet boy.
Funny thing is, like, this game doesn't really do like crowd voices that well. It's like, I mean, I can clearly hear 4 different guys talking through there.
Careful if you cross the river to the east. Old Hagbar Iron.
But it doesn't sound like they're even in the same room. 'Cause I'm hearing 4 different Discord avatars sounding off at the same time. Lol. I'm gonna have kind of like tap shift every now and then. Shit, did I turn my sticky keys off? I don't know. I'm doing this a while now, it hasn't triggered, so I guess I must have already turned it off. Oh shit. It's burnt.
No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been here. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're doing.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it. Save us. Here he comes again.
Here he comes! Find cover and make every arrow count!
Where is he? Oh shit. Oh shit, I fell. Where'd he go? Oh my god. Gotta get upstairs. Ow. Hello. Woohoo! Ugh. Holy shit. He killing our dudes. Holy shit, he dying. Holy shit, what a badass. We killed it.
Everybody, get back!
Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do.
Dragon? What are you talking about?
That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood in them. Like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons then, idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irleth? You're being awfully quiet. Come on, Irleth. Tell us. Do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecar. You ain't a Nord.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
If you really are Dragonborn, like out of the old tales, you ought to be able to shout. Can you? Have you tried?
What manner of power is that?
Must be. You really are Dragonborn, then.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here.
Yeah, now we're gonna run all the way back. That's great. Oh well. Let's cut a straight path to Whiterun. In the meantime, I think I gotta go and offload some of my stuff. Or maybe I wouldn't, you know. I mean, I got like, fuck, how many thousands of carry capacity? I think I can kind of like carry a few pounds, you know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh. They calling. They felt the presence. And they summon the Jobakin. Hey Waleed, how you doing? Just gonna pay Jarl Balgruuf a little visit. Hope you don't mind.
We're causing no trouble. All we ask is to look for her.
Who are they talking to?
We will be back. This is not over. You there. We're looking for someone in Whiterun. We'll pay good money for information. A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She's likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything.
Oh, I'm doing fine, man. Just having a nice chilled day. A bit of a day of rest between gigs right now. Just finished a job yesterday and now I'm doing another one tomorrow.
It's none of your concern. All you need to know.
Oh, you've never played Skyrim before.
Information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away.
Man, I've like
For a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell.
in terms of like ratio of time spent versus like game completed. I think like I spent more time like playing this game rather than completing it. So I don't know. I'm still very early into this though, and I kind of plan to like complete all of the side quests plus the main story. Might do these like Skyrim streams in between me streaming other stuff.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
You might recognize some of these moments from like memes and shit though. Is it too long? I mean, it's not the kind of game that you can finish in like one sitting. Let's put it that way. But then again, like I'm playing it like without using fast travel and all that, so that probably drags things out a little bit. But there is a lot of quests. A lot of quests to do in this game.
There's been talk amongst the guards that you are Dragonborn. But such a thing, surely that's not possible.
finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. What else could it mean? The Greybeards.
We were just talking about you. My brother needs a word with you.
So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there?
Turns out maybe something called a Dragonborn.
Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true.
When the dragon died, it absorbed some kind of power. Hehe. Greybeards. So they were the ones like calling Dovahkiin and like shaking the whole world just now as I was like walking up.
Masters of the way of the voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thum or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun?
Oh yeah.
It was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least.
That long.
Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Oh.
Hrongar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as she may be, I don't see any signs of her being this, what, Dragonborn.
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with her?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. I envy you, to climb the 7,000 steps again. I made the pilgrimage once. Did you know that? High Hrothgar is a very peaceful place. Very disconnected from the troubles of this world. I wonder that the Greybeards even notice what's going on down here. They haven't seemed to care before. No matter. Go to High Hrothgar. Learn what the Greybeards can teach you. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl.
How fast my internet? Oh yeah, sorry. It's a bit absorbed by this.
Notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as
Internet right now is about, I think, shit, I think it's like gigabit, but I'm sharing it with like all the other tenants in this house. I haven't actually done like a proper speed test in a while. Maybe I could try to do one like live right now. Thing is, I'm streaming though. I hope that doesn't actually affect too much. It's only like 82. Okay, that's not correct. It's not quite like gigabit then. But it's usually more than good enough for me when it comes to streaming, like 1080p. And like in downloads as well, like I can usually download stuff pretty quickly. At least good enough. But the main thing that's important to me is like the ping, basically. Got good upload speed, yeah, that's why, like, kind of like, It's like a what, broadband or something like that, I guess. Oh yay, Lydia.
Has appointed me to be your house, Carl. It's an honor to serve you.
I'm a Thane. What does that mean?
The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the hold. A hero.
A hero?
The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are.
Oh, so it's like privileges.
As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life.
Oh boy. Follow me. Let's go.
One of the new servants? Remember that I like my meat rare.
Oh, shut up, kid. But yeah, my upload speed makes it like really good for streaming actually, but I have the same download speed, but my upload is 15 Mbps and I don't know why. Oh, because like I think in most kind of internet setups, like the upload speed is variable. So they will usually like distribute it over like multiple users. So sometimes like they advertise like upload speed. It will usually like, I mean, sometimes we have like an asterisk that points out that this is the advertised upload speed is for like the immediate region or something, or some shit like that. Like upload speeds are not usually not that accurate, but like for some lines, especially like I think with like some lines they have like better. Or like a two-way, it comes like more like a two-way street. You have DSL connection. Oh, I don't know then. It's probably maybe they throttle the upload or something on their side then. Not sure. Because DSL, that's supposed to be dual, right? Yeah.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
What can you tell me about Whiterun?
Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. All right then.
I need to craft a what again? An iron dagger.
Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
Oh wait, not this one. I had to use a forge. You live in a city and from the Stone Age. Wait, really? Create the iron dagger. Yeah.
Reminds me when I first started
Oh man.
I helped my father.
Feels bad then.
Than people realize.
But hey, at least you're getting 15 megabits per second upload speeds from a Stone Age, so I think that's like that's a miracle.
Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Until
You
next
could
time.
temper it. Yes.
You think all the...
Sharpen dagger.
This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack.
Yeah, it will be something else.
Until next time.
Needs to make Salida. Yes. There's some letter.
Yes? Hmm? Ah,
I wonder if
a lot of
like,
weapons and armor need leather for straps fitting.
do you remember this like stunt they pulled one time where I think it was in South Africa or something, where they did a challenge to see like how fast it would take for their internet to upload like a file versus like a carrier pigeon actually physically carrying a USB stick for that same amount of distance. Can't remember who won though.
Until next time.
I need to create a letter. Wait, the helmet was it? Oh, hey Lydia, damn. The fuck you doing here? What, literally just warped in front of me, damn. It's creepy as fuck. Oh my god, she's staring at me. Stop staring at me while I'm working. Makes me nervous. Oh, you don't know? I don't remember. I remember it was like a publicity stunt. It wasn't like a serious test at all. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, but this is like, oh shit, this is actually from 2009. Sorry, must be like, it's such a bloody long time ago. Like, shit. So they're like, when folks at the South African IT firm Unlimited grew frustrated by their broadband speed, they didn't get in the flap. Instead, they decided to set up a little race. 11-month-old carrier pigeon Winston took the skies clutching a USB stick, made it to the company's Durban office in far less time than the same document transferring via ADSL from Telcom. Oh lord. But hopefully things have gone better. This is like from 2009, so, you know, maybe net speeds were pretty bad back then. But good lord, that's funny. The carrier pigeon wins. Wow. I mean, shit. It's like, what a perfect way to kind of demonstrate that like your country's country needs some serious investment into their telecom communications like infrastructure. It's like, shit, if the carrier pigeon can outdo your internet here, they might need to do something about it. So, that was a golden age for me.
Men are all alike, from Skyrim to I'm.
You mean 2009? What an era of ignorance back then, I suppose. The funny thing was like it was just a year after kind of like the collapse, the 2008 economic collapse happened. But then it kind of like, especially living out here in Asia, it kind of took a while before that effects of that kicked in. I mean, even during that time, like, we were still struggling from like the 1996 economic crisis. So, you know, we were kind of getting better, but not that great even. But like after 08, like basically the world economy just went into like chaos mode. Like shit started tumbling everywhere. How old am I? I'm 32, going on 33 this year. So I was like born around 1990. 2009 I was like 19 years old. 27. Ah. That means I'm about like 5 years older. Boulevard Castillo Quarters. Oh, right. That was like a companion's quest. 1995. Yeah. So yeah, exactly 5 years younger. Maybe I should go and finish like the companions quests. Or I don't know. Maybe you can help me decide. Like, this is gonna be the main story quests, right? But I've like hoarded so many of these like miscellaneous quests right now. But then you also got these side quests here. I think I picked this one up a little bit earlier, but I haven't kind of like gone through with it. We have traditions that say that age doesn't determine the mind. Haha. That's cool. Traditions around here typically like... I mean, it's not really about intelligence, but more of like seniority, kind of like has higher social rank. If that makes any sense. So like in Asian communities, or rather like, I guess I can only speak for like Chinese communities since like I'm Chinese myself. But like Chinese basically
I work with my mother.
Follow a lot of like filial piety in their traditions, which means like respect for parents, for elders, etc. I think that's also common in like other Asian cultures too. I mean, a 50-year-old can be better than a 20-year-old. I mean, let's be real. Like the main thing that a 50-year-old has over like a 20-year-old is like 30 extra years of experience. But you know, experience in what, and also what the kind of like extent of that experience, I think. Or rather, what's like the context of like comparison, I suppose, because you can imagine like maybe a 50-year-old only works in like let's say works in like a particular field or something, like say like he works in engineering, whereas like the 20-year-old works in tech or like computer science. They will both essentially have very different knowledge fields, right? According to the person's conditions and experiences, but rather life. Because life is like not just defined by single metrics, and it's like range of like knowledges, range of experiences you can get can vary a lot from person to person, and it also depends on like the level of access you get, even. Like what level of education you have and stuff like that. How do you enchant weapons and armor?
Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. Well, I only know what I've heard in the old...
Heard about shouts.
Shouting is an ancient form of magic, the use of one's voice to project their power. If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeards. They'll know what to do.
What does it mean to be Dragonborn?
I don't know much. Only the old tales about the ancient heroes who use the voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. They say the emperors used to be Dragonborn, but that
What time is it over at your place, by the way, Waleed?
The Greybeards can tell you much more than I can. They're the masters of the way of the voice, and taught Tiber Septim himself.
Got some sale. Oh, hey.
I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this.
Shit, I could like buy everything. Oh no, wait, I don't have enough gold, sorry. I thought I could buy everything. Oh, you didn't hear me? Sorry, I think I must have talked to like, well, Fire Girl was talking. No, so I was curious like what time zone you're in. Like, or rather, like, what time is it at your place? Because for me, it's like 7:18 p.m. It's just like starting to get like sun's just like the sky's getting a bit yellow now. So it's just about to get nighttime here. I guess I buy stuff as I need it, or like, I don't know. Most of the playthroughs I've done, like, oh, the time zone is 2:18 p.m. for you. Oh, so it's like mid-afternoon for you then. Alright. Axel Point Run. Oh, nope. What can I enchant with? What's the most valuable thing I can enchant right now? For me now, 2:18 p.m. Sorry, yeah, 2:18 p.m. for you right now. So yeah, you're like 5 hours behind me, I think. Yeah, behind. Shoot, I don't even know what I want to go and enchant here. Maybe I'll just enchant like a sword or something. Or necklace, I think easiest thing to enchant, isn't it? Combine item, enchantment, soul gem. Oh, I need the 3 things before I'm gonna be able to. Oh, okay. No, but yes. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna need to learn an enchantment first.
Remember, your mind is the best
Aye.
weapon you have.
So, gotta bring the hide helmet back to Avicii. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to the companion's place. How did I end up inside the castle? Damn. In what? I can't... Is that like a Arabic symbol? Oh, sorry, something like in Arabic? I'm not sure how to read that.
Hello, child of Kinneret.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring the high helmet back too. It's a blacksmith.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most.
Error in the keyboard. Oh. Alright.
I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate.
Sorry, I took a slight detour to the Jarl's castle.
I'll take my leave then.
I was like doing work for her and then like suddenly we just decided to go on a walk up to the castle for no reason.
All the counsel my father provides the Jarl is alone? Huh. Let's just say I advise. Yes?
Tempered it.
You have talent. Keep working at your craft and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
Aw, thank you. Do you work the forge all day?
Aye, that I do. I've got to, if I hope to be as good as Yorland Greymane someday. In fact, I just finished my best piece of work. It's a sword. I made it for the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. It's a surprise. I don't even know if he'll accept it, but... Listen, could you take the sword to my father? Prevent
Thank you, ma'am.
He's the Jarl's steward. He'll know the right time to present it to him.
I'll do it.
Thanks.
Balgruf's greatsword.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Hey, Isolda. Hey, Amrin.
Hello, child of Kinneret.
I remember every time like I try to play through this game, I tend to get sidetracked interacting with like other people in the world and stuff. Oh my god, I've become an errand boy now. I'm going back to the castle.
Old friend, patron of the great.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
Should have a- I feel like I want to go and add a mod so I can just slap that kid every time he talks. Good lord, what an annoying twit. Wait, I'm supposed to go and find... Where's the advisor? Where's that advisor, dude? It's Irilef and it's Jarl Bargrove. Actually, is there anything I need to talk to Jarl Bargrove about?
Watch over your battles, friend.
Oh shit, there's a lot of things to talk to him about.
Don't mind. I've got a city.
I need to go find Avenchi first. Where is he? Wait. Yeah, where is he? Oh, he's outside. Hey, what's up? Doing your training, huh? Damn, look at this view. Woo-wee.
Around is rubbish. We should be taken to fight to the Stormcloaks.
Oh, I can't jump off. Lol.
I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human form. Just unsheath me and point me at the enemy.
So, do I have to carry you by your legs or something to point you at the enemy?
I serve Jarl Balgrove as steward.
Oh, are they headed back to the court right now? Well, that'd be convenient. I can talk to all of you guys there then. Oh, I guess training's over. Oh, I didn't do like a live stream. I like watching you.
Very busy.
Hey, cheers, man. I mean, most of my streams are just me getting sidetracked and shit. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, though. Hey. Well, okay. We're gonna be heading off doing a stream or something. You stream on the page XSKTR if I'm interested. It's like Twitch/XKTR. Oh shit. Oh. Guess I'll try to find you up there somewhere. Alright. Wish you a happy stream then. I'm just gonna continue killing and doing, continuing to get sidetracked in Skyrim. Ooh, meat. Mammoth snout, horse meat, dog meat. I mean, I suppose it is technically meat, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to eat dog. You know, y'all's quarters. Ooh. I can open doors. Bolt wooden door requires key. Oh. More mysteries to find. More things to discover. Send you on Discord. It says news doesn't appear on Twitch. Oh, alright. Cheers then. Thanks. Yeah, other things so that I mean shit. So, hey, wait, I haven't delivered the sword to prevent this yet. Lol. Have a good stream. Hey, cheers, bro. You too, man. Have a good stream too. Oh my god. Oh, they all got you to
The
makan.
Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist. From Adrian?
That's a sword for you.
This must be that weapon for the Jarl. Poor girl. So eager to prove herself. I'll present it to Balgruuf when his mood is agreeable. Thank you. Please, take these few coins for services rendered. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach. Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. Near as I can tell, a bunch of ancient Nord hermits who live on top of a mountain. Never heard of them talking to anybody before. If they really do want to talk to you, you'd better go find out what they want. You never know. Old Nord folktales always talk about shouting their enemies to pieces. I always thought it was just a myth. If you think you might be able to do that kind of thing, the Legion could certainly use your help. Go talk to the Greybeards. See what they can tell you. The only thing I remember is the old story of Tiber Septim being called Dragonborn by the Nords before they switched sides and joined the Empire. No doubt those Greybeards up at High Hrothgar will talk your ear off about it. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Oh, Yoda, what are you doing?
You are a welcome guest, but you must still respect the rules of the Jarl's household.
How did Dark Elf become a house Carl?
Balgruuf and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. he had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. Balgrup and I, when he became... Gods, you are curious. Almost... I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade.
What threats does the Jarl face?
Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those physical threats, assaults on his sanity, are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway.
Lol.
I've got my eyes on you.
Yeah, that's straight out of bro. Like the bros bro. Where did he go? Did he go this way? Damn, it's rather dark out here.
Still here. You lead, I'll follow.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Nope, he ain't here. Ain't nobody up here but us chickens. There's a Ventus. Oh, sorry, a Venici. Whoa. Damn. So this Jarl Bargrove's like morning sort of view. Making my own breakfast mix. Hope you don't mind. Oh, I'm just enjoying the view here, Lydia. Oh shit, sorry. Hit my mouse button a little bit too quickly.
Watch the skies, traveler. Trouble?
tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
What is it that you need? Well, in the old tales, the Dragonborn heroes would use the power of their voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. Wolfhearth was Dragonborn. Talos too, the founder of the Empire. Back in the good old days. In the very oldest tales. Back from when there still were dragons in Skyrim. The Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. In the old tales, Nord heroes would use the power of their voice to shout down the gates of cities and strike down their enemies. But only the Greybeards study the way of the voice anymore. If you can shout, you need to talk to them. They're the masters
With the
of the way of
Greybeards.
the voice, of shouting. They live up on top of the throat of the world. If you're really Dragonborn, they'll want to talk to you. In the old stories, they always summon the Dragonborn for training. If it's the war you're referring to, I'm on the side of Whiterun. No doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty. And perhaps I do. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people as they fight for Skyrim's independence. Perhaps this is also true. The day might come when I am forced to draw my sword for one side or the other. But that day has not come yet.
Lol, he just Stalin.
No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengard, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep. You have my attention. Until next time.
Don't you go tracking your dirty boots on my clean floor.
Just enough. You're putting enough of that oat mix until it's thick.
Soldiers. They're everywhere these days, and not a one of them knows how to pick up after themselves.
It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
I mostly deal with petty people. Need supplies? See Bellathor at his store. Sleazy little man, but he has good stock. I worry about the other settlements in the hold. Unwalled, lightly manned. Prime targets for those damn dragons.
All this... I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human form. It means you can kill dragons and steal their power. Even speak with a dragon's voice, they say. There hasn't been a dragonborn seen in the land for centuries. Not since Talos himself walked his 7,000 steps to High Hrothgar. They live in seclusion on the slopes of the Throat of the World, the great mountain of Skyrim. They are masters of the Way of the Voice. If you really are dragonborn, they're the ones who can teach you how to use your power. Maybe we'll meet in the field. Just pray we're on the same side. Watch the skies, traveler.
Whole bag of biscuits. Are you willing to risk it for a biscuit?
Old friend, patron of the great clan Battle.
I suppose you haven't. What is it now? There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword. You'll hear some of the brighter faces around here talk about honor and glory. I've got nothing against it, but for me, the promise of coin is what feeds my blade. Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own honor, we'll take up their burden. To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jurgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect. All right, then.
Alright, so here you are. Looks like the others are eager to meet you. Come to me or Ayala if you're looking for work. Once you've made a bit of a name for yourself, Skjor and Vilkas might have things for you to do. Good luck. Welcome to the Companions. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle. Rogue wizards. I've never trusted magic types. The college is bad enough. Destroy them. I knew you could be counted on. Do what must be done. Skjor says that I have the strength of Ysgramor, and my brother has his smarts. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. I've never been a smart one, but the companions welcome anyone with the heart of a warrior. When we step into battle, we fight for our own name, and the name of the companions. I'll show you what I can about protecting yourself. Mm-hmm.
If the Circle vouches for you, I'm sworn to respect their judgment. But that doesn't mean I like it. So I wouldn't have to answer stupid questions from idiots. Just because you've been accepted here so quickly, don't think I'm gonna help you rise any faster. Fight well, don't be a lout, and you'll be fine. You don't need my help. I can. It might save your life. Until next time.
I was the newest companion until you came along. I guess that's okay. Just means I can show you the ropes. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 orc berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. So much. This group, this family, this band. This is the best thing I've ever been a part of. The oldest fighting group in Skyrim, and nothing but glory from Ysgramor's day to our own. To be counted in that line is a bit of immortality. Even if I never see Sovngarde, I'll have that much. Farewell.
The latest recruit, right? Wait, is that right? Might head down to the meadery later, see what they're brewing up. You can smell the honey on the wind. A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use at labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The companions let me fight for gold, so I fight. It means when I have troubles, I always have someone on my side. We have shield siblings to keep our backs as dangerous as our fronts, I think. All right, then.
I avoid going to Eastmarch if I can. Something in the air. I think it's just too close to the border. I can teach you a few things. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory. It means signing on for the Nord ideas of how to live your life. Honor, battle, glory, all that. Even an elf can be born with the heart of a Nord. Skjor said when I joined. I think he meant it as a compliment. Safe travels.
What do you want?
Still here. Yes, Thane. What is it? Yes, my Thane?
The latest recruit, right? Wait, is that
Anything
right?
else? You lead, I'll follow.
Come to me with questions. I know our history almost as well as Vignar by now. Except I can remember it.
Some nights I dream about the mists of Sovngarde. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself. It means living such that your shield siblings would proudly say they fought at your side. Glory in battle, honor in life. Deal with problems head on. Leave whispers and sneaking to the gutter rats who can't fight for themselves. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword.
Hey, Habibi.
I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Asgar, found me at Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, grandfather, for all my shield siblings. Family and
What is this? This is Skyrim.
What it means to be one of us, girl.
Rather, this is called like Whitemane, which I think is like one of the oldest members of the companions here in Whiterun. Companions are kind of like a mercenary slash like warriors club. It's only kind of like, my character is still very low level right now. It's only like level 4. Still quite effectively, I've only like started a new playthrough of Skyrim. So right now, got these much of quests to do. Earlier before you came on the stream, like went and killed the dragon and absorbed his power. And apparently I am the Dragonborn, the one who has been foretold to put an end to the dragons who have just only started reappearing in Skyrim. Like, there was like a very long time where there was like no dragons, and then suddenly one day, dragons. And it coincided with me appearing as well as someone who can kill the dragons and absorb the power. So, wonder where this is going. Though as far as I can see right now, I don't think I have any other pips to follow. Other than these.
Been seen in the company of the companions. It's an honorable path, your own friend.
But these this is like one of those games where I just like to wander around and see where I end up. Because I never know. So much, like, so many things to discover. So many doors locked, picking open. I'm just gonna take it slow. I'm going to kind of like enjoy the moment, as it were. Exploring the whole Skyrim. Right, so where do I go now? If I want to go through speak to the Greybeards, but I gotta go around a mountain like this. Can I go around a mountain even? Not sure if I can even get up through here. I think this is like a range as well. Oh, I can kill the bandit leader at Silent Moon's camp. And Ranvik's fist also has a bunch to attack. Guess I can kind of leave the Greybeards on red. I mean, thing is, they like fucking were like summoning me all the way by like shouting from that mountain up there and like shaking up the whole Skyrim. Like whole Skyrim probably have heard them call out for the Dovahkiin. So they're summoning me to go to their place. But okay, I'm just gonna go and do my thing first, you know. Got some things to figure out first before. I think it's Frostal's Arcadia. Where is this, I wonder? Let's go clear out those two bandit camps first. Do I have like proper armaments going on here? I mean, yeah, I've got my Imperial armor on. Got my Imperial bow. And my Imperial arrows. Hey, Fox. Ooh, there's some giants. There, I think that's the Silent Moon camps. Ooh, quaps. Nah, I'm not here to attack no quaps. Oh. Thanks. That was convenient. Uh-oh. Oh, there's still an enemy up there. Ooh. There are two classes of light armor, metallic and non-metallic. Elven and glass are metallic light armor. You may be surprised to think that glass can be thought as metallic, but appearances are deceiving. What we like to call glass is nothing like the window panes you see in houses. The greenish material is far stronger and has a much higher melting point. Non-metallic armors are hide, studded, leather, and scale. For these armor types, the forger is as much a tailor as a blacksmith. All use large pieces of leather, stitched together with leather strips. Studded armor also needs iron ingots, from which we will make the studs and metal rings that will make it more effective than simple hide. Scale armor uses steel instead of iron, but the steel is infused with corundum to make the metal insert stronger. For centuries, the secret of making elven armor was a closely guarded secret on Somerset Isle. Then, the betrayal of Oval Laren brought it to the rest of Tamriel. Oval was a dark elf slave working with the bellows for Nolian, master smith of the Isle from the 5th through the 7th century of the Second Era. When Oval escaped, he could think of no greater punishment than to met out to his cruel master than to reveal all his secrets to the world. Thus we came to know that moonstone is a key ingredient in elven armor, and that salt water must be used to quench the hot metal. For gilded elven armor, you must also melt in quicksilver. It melts at a much lower temperature heat than moonstone, making it tricky to work the two metals together. The trickiest of all is glass. Hammer blows struck across a grain run the risk of shattering the armor. Its principal ingredient is malachite though, although it also requires moonstone to give it the right strength. Damn. I actually didn't, I had never thought of, the fact that the armor actually has, proper lore associated with why it uses certain components. Or maybe they figure out the components first and then retroactively wrote all the detail about the armor and shit. Luna Forge. The Forge. I've managed to get the forge itself up and running, but again I find nothing special about its workings. These weapons were clearly forged here, yet the secret of their enchantment remains elusive. All I've been able to discern so far is some connection between the weapon's power and the appearance of the moons. Oops. Can I pick up this weapon? Huh. Somehow I'm not able to pick up weapon, interestingly enough. Not work. Oh well. Ooh, heavy armor forging. Heavy armor must be designed to take a lot of punishment. It will receive direct blows from all sorts of weapons while protecting the wearer. Leather strips are used to make the straps and binding of all armor. Iron and steel are easy to work. Just heat them up and pound them into shape. Heat of the forge is not that critical. Avoid filling off any of the metal. Always try to conserve the metal and work it back into shape. Iron armor requires a large number of iron ingots. Smith might need a couple of dozen to complete a full set of iron armor. Steel armor primarily uses steel ingots, but some iron is used as well. Dwarven armor is made from dwarven metal. The secret of this material was lost when the dwarves disappeared a millennia ago. Now it can only be found as scrap in the ruins of their abandoned cities and fortresses. Orcish armor requires large amounts of orichalcum, melded with a bit of iron. Heat should be used sparingly lest it becomes brittle. The orcs are master of this technique, but it can be learned by any smith with patience and skill. Steel plate mail is made by adding steel to molten corundum. The alloy is stronger than either metal by itself. Corundum is a finicky material requiring the heat from the forge to be steady and not very much. Ebony can only be worked when heated. It will develop small cracks that eventually shatter the material if hammered cold. Unlike most other armors, ebony will not alloy with iron. It must be used pure. I can only tell you tales how to make Daedric armor. I've never seen it myself, nor do I know of anyone who has. Story says that it should always be worked on at night, ideally under a full moon, and never during an eclipse. A red harvest moon is best. Ebony is a principal material, but at the right moment a Daedra heart must be thrown into the fire. Ooh. I'm gonna make Daedric armor only at night, apparently, huh? Oh, hello. Oh no, you don't. Oh, shit. Ah, got it. That took a bit. Oh, shit. He has lots of potions. Oh my god. Oh, he has another lunar weapon. Steal everything. Sorry. Keep getting like Lydia all excited every time I draw my sword out for no reason. Oh damn, I love the god ray effects. Uh-oh. Is that a bandit camp? Oh boy. Looks like they're in the fight right now. Oh, hello. Don't fucking die, Lydia. Aha! Thought I wouldn't be able to see the trigger, eh? Like, why put the trigger just right in front? Unless it's quite purposely like a chest meant to teach you about trap triggers. So I think that's all inside, but shit, there's a whole cave to explore now. Halted stream camp. Well. Oh, there's a trap. Careful, Lydia. Do not walk in trap. Oh, hi. Nice. He was so focused on me. Oh shit, we got mammoth tusks. You can give that to Isolde now. And eyes become a miner. I'm mining iron. Oh my god, so much iron to mine here. Damn. Wonder if the other bandits here don't mind me just like mining in their own backyard. Oh, there's another vein here. See, I knew I missed something. Ooh, I got an amethyst. Which makes me wonder, do these ore veins like respawn after a while? Oh fuck. God damn, Lydia. You've done gone and like triggered a trap anyway.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Aye. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Okay, okay. Oh shit, I can use magic. Flammenzy. Oh, 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 I got fucking fucked. Oh damn. Hi Lydia. I gotta go mining again. Shit.
Time to end this.
Yeah, I think we should go and like clear the damn place first before we start doing some mining. Some minor inconvenience.
It's nothing. I'll show you what a real
Oh shit. Damn. This guy's no joke.
victory is yours. I submit.
I killed the bandit. The bandit is dead. Oh my god, so many mammoth tusks. So many mammoths. Oh shit. Me. Disaster at Eonith. Report of the Imperial Commission by Lot Pottery, Chairman. Part 1. Preparations. The Emperor's plans for the invasion of Akavir were late in the 270s, when he began the conquest of the small island kingdoms that lie between Tamriel and Akavir. With the fall of the Black Harbor in Esroniet in 282, Uriel V was already looking ahead to the ultimate prize. He immediately ordered extensive renovations to the port, which would serve as a marshalling point for the invasion force and as the main supply source throughout the campaign. At this time, he also began the construction of many large ocean-going transports that would be needed for the final crossing to Akavir, in which the navy was previously deficient. Thus, it can be seen that the Emperor's preparations for the invasion were laid well in advance, before even the conquest of Esroniet was complete, and was not a sudden whim as some had charged. When Prince Bashoman yielded Esroniet to imperial authority in 284, the Emperor's full attention could be devoted to planning for the Akaviri campaign. Naval expeditions were dispatched in 285 and 286 to scout the sea lanes and coastlines of Akavir. Various imperial intelligence agents, both magical and mundane, were employed to gather information. On the basis of all this information, the kingdom of Tsaisi in the southwest of Akavir was selected as initial target for the invasion. Meanwhile, the Emperor was gathering his expeditionary force. The new Far East Fleet was created for the campaign, which for a time dwarfed the rest of the navy. It is said to be the most powerful fleet ever assembled in the history of Tamriel. The 5th, 7th, 10th, and 14th legions were selected for the initial landing, with the 9th and 17th to follow as reinforcements once the beachhead was secured. While this may seem to the layman a relatively small fraction of the army's total manpower, it must be remembered that this expeditionary force would have to be maintained at the end of a long and tenuous supply line. In addition, the Emperor and the army command believed that the invasion would not be strongly opposed, at least at first. Perhaps most crucially, the navy only had enough heavy transport capacity to move 4 legions at a time. Should be noted here the Commission does not find fault with the Emperor's preparations for the invasion. Based on the information available prior to the invasion, which, while obviously deficient in hindsight, great effort had been made to accumulate, the Commission believes that the Emperor did not act recklessly or imprudently. Some had argued the expeditionary force was too small. The Commission believes that, on the contrary, even if the shipping could have been found to transport and supply more legions, an impossibility without crippling the trade of the entire empire, this would have been merely added to the scale of the disaster. It would not have averted it. Neither could the rest of the empire be denuded of legions. The memory of Cameron Usurper was still fresh, and the Emperor believed, and this commission agrees, that the security of the empire precluded a larger concentration of military force outside Tamriel. If anything, the commission believes that the expeditionary force was too large. Okay. Despite the creation of 2 new legions during his reign and the recreation of the 5th, the loss of the expeditionary force left the empire in a dangerously weak position relative to the provinces, as the current situation makes all too clear. This suggests that the invasion of Akavir was beyond the empire's current strengths. Even if the emperor could have fielded and maintained a larger force in Akavir, the empire may have disintegrated behind him. Part 2. The invasion of Akavir. The invasion force, yes, it is an invasion force. The expeditionary force left Black Harbor until the 23rd Reign's Han, 288, and with fair weather landed in Akavir after 6 weeks at sea. The landing site was a small Tsaisi port at the mouth of a large river, chosen for its proximity to Tamriel as well as its location in a fertile river valley, giving easy access to interior as well as good foraging for the army. All went well at first. The Tsaisi had abandoned the town when the expeditionary force approached, so they took possession of it and renamed it Septimia, the first colony of the new imperial province of Akavir. While the engineers fortified the town and expanded the port facilities to serve the Far East Fleet, the Emperor marched inland with 2 legions. The surrounding land was reported to be rich, well-watered fields, and meeting no resistance, the army took the next city upriver, also abandoned. This was refounded as Eonith, and the Emperor established his headquarters there, being much larger than Septimia and better located to dominate the surrounding countryside. The expeditionary force had yet to meet any real resistance, although the legions were constantly shadowed by mounted enemy patrols which prevented any but large scouting parties from leaving the main body of the army. One thing the Emperor sorely lacked was the cavalry, due to limited space on the transport fleet, although for the time being, the battle mages made up for this with the magical reconnaissance. The Emperor now sent out envoys to try to contact the Saisi king or whoever ruled this land, but his messengers never returned. In retrospect, the commission believes that the valuable time was wasted in this effort while the army was stalled at Ionith, which could have been better spent in advancing quickly while the enemy was still, apparently, surprised by the invasion. However, the Emperor believed at the time that Saisi could be overawed by the Empire's power, and he might win the province by negotiation with no need for serious fighting. So, wait, is this like just telling them that they should just completely destroy them instead of negotiating with them? Like, damn. Straight up invaders, these guys. Meanwhile, the 4 legions were busy building a road between Septimia and Ionith, setting up a bunch of fortified guard posts along the river, and fortifying both the city's defenses, activities which would later serve them well. And due to the lack of cavalry, scouting was limited, and the communication between the two cities constantly threatened by enemy raiders, with which the legions were still unable to come to grips. The original plan had been to bring the 2 reinforcing legions across as soon as the initial landing had secured a port, but a fateful decision was now taken to delay their arrival and instead begin using the fleet to transport colonists. The Emperor and the Council agreed that due to the complete abandonment of the conquered area by its native population, colonists will need to work the field so that the expeditionary force would not have to rely entirely on the fleet for supplies. In addition, unrest had broken out in Venezuela, athwart the supply route to Akavir, and the Council believed the 9th and 17th legions would be better used in repacifying those territories and securing the expeditionary forces' supply lines. Civilian colonists and their supplies began arriving in Septimia amid hard fire, and it took over the preparation of the fields, which had been started by the legionnaires, for a spring crop. A number of cavalry mounts were also brought over at this time, and the raids in 2 imperial colonies subsequently fell off. Saisi emissaries also finally arrived in Ionith, purportedly to begin peace negotiations, and the expeditionary force settled in for what was expected to be a quiet winter. At this time, the council urged the emperor to return to Tamriel with a fleet to deal with the many pressing matters of the empire while the army was in winter quarters. But the emperor decided it would be best to remain in Akavir. This turned out to be fortunate because a large portion of the fleet, including the Emperor's flagship, was destroyed by an early winter storm during the homeward voyage. The winter storm season of 288 and 289 was unusually prolonged and exceptionally severe, and prevented the fleet from returning to Akavir as planned with additional supplies. This was reported to the Emperor via battle mage, and it was agreed that expeditionary force could survive on what supplies it had on hand until the spring. Part 3. The destruction of the expeditionary force. Oh, oof, oof. Gonna need to sit down for this. The winter weather in Akavir was also much more severe than expected. Due to supply problems and the addition of thousands of civilians, the expeditionary force was on tight rations. To make matters worse, the Saisi raiders returned in force and harried any foraging and scouting parties outside the walls of the 2 cities. Several watch forts on the road between Septimia and Ionith was captured during the blizzards, and the rest had to be abandoned as untenable. As a result, communication between these 2 cities had to be conducted entirely by magical means, a continuing strain on the legion's battle mages. On 5th Sun's dawn, a large entourage of Saisi arrived at Ionith claiming to bring a peace offer from Saisi king. That night, the treacherous envoys murdered the guards at one of the city gates and let in a strong party of their comrades who were waiting outside the city walls. Their clear intention was to assassinate the emperor. failed only by the vigilance and courage of the troopers of the 10th who were guarding his palace. Once the alarm was raised, the Saisi inside the city were hunted down and killed to the last man. Needless to say, this was the end of negotiations between the Emperor and Saisi. The arrival of spring only brought worse troubles. Instead of expecting spring rains, a hot, dry wind began to blow from the east, continuing with varying strength throughout the entire summer. The crops failed, and even the river, which in the previous year had been navigable by small boats for the upstream of Eonith, was completely dried up by the sun's height. It is unknown if this was due to a previously unknown weather pattern unique to Akavir, or if the Saisi manipulated the weather through the magical means. The commission leans towards the former conclusion, as no direct evidence of the Saisi possessing such fearsome arcane power, but the latter possibility cannot be entirely ruled out. Due to prolonged bad weather, the supply fleet was late in setting out for the Black Harbor. Finally left port in the early second seed, but was again severely mauled by storms and limped into Septimia 8 weeks later, much reduced. Because of the increasingly desperate supply situation in Akavir, the Emperor dispatched most of his battle mage corps with the fleet to assist it in weathering the storms, which seemed likely to continue all summer. At this time, the council urged the Emperor to abandon invasion and to return to Tamriel with the expeditionary force, but he again refused, noting that the fleet was no longer large enough to transport all 4 legions at once. The commission agrees that leaving 1 or 2 or more legions behind Akavir to await the return of the fleet would have damaged army morale. But the commission also notes that the loss of 1 legion would have been preferable to the loss of the entire expeditionary force. It is a unanimous opinion of the commission that this was the last point in which complete disaster might have been averted. Once the decision was made to send the fleet back for reinforcements and supplies, events proceeded to the inevitable conclusions. From this point on, much less is known about what transpired in Akavir. With most of the battle mages assisting the fleet, communication between the expeditionary force and Tamriel was limited, especially as the situation in Akavir worsened and the remaining battle mages had their powers stretched to the limit, attending to all the needs of the legions. However, it appears that the Saisi may have also been actively interfering with the mages in some unknown matter. Some of the mages in Akavir reported their powers being abnormally weak, and the mages of the War College in Cyrodiil, who were handling communications for the Council, reported problems linking up with their compatriots in Akavir, even between master and pupil of long training. The Commission urges that the War College make a particular study of these arcane powers of the Saisi should the Empire ever come in conflict with Akavir again. What is known is that the Emperor marched out of Eonith in the mid-sun's height, leaving only small garrisons to hold cities. He had learned that the Saisi were massing their forces on the other side of the mountain, the range of the north, and he intended to smash their army before it could gather full strength and capture the supplies, of which he was in desperate need. This rapid advance seemed to have taken the Saisi by surprise, and the expeditionary force crossed the mountains and fell on the camp, routing the Saisi army and capturing its leader, a noble of some kind. But the Emperor was soon forced to retreat, and the legions suffered heavily on their retreat to Eonith. The Emperor now found himself besieged in Eonith, cut off from the small garrison in Septimia, which was also besieged. By this time, it seems like the effort of few remaining battle mages was devoted entirely to creating water to keep the army alive, a skill not normally emphasized at the War College. The fleet had arrived safely back at Black Harbor, and thanks to the battle mage corps, but all attempts to return to Akavir were frustrated by a series of even more savage storms that battered Esronet throughout the rest of 289. The Council's last contact with the Emperor was in early Frostfall. By Evening Star, the Council was extremely worried about the situation in Akavir and ordered the fleet to sail regardless of the risk. Despite the continued storms, the fleet managed to press on to Akavir. Hope was raised when the contact was made with the Emperor's battle mage, who reported that Ionith still held out. Plans were quickly laid for the expeditionary force to break off Ionith and fall back on Septimia, where the fleet would meet them. This was the last direct contact with the expeditionary force. The fleet arrived at Septimia to find a garrison under savage assault from a large Psyche army. The battle mages with the fleet threw back the enemy long enough for the survivors to embark the fleet and withdraw. The few survivors of the expeditionary force who reached Septimia told how the Emperor had led the army out of Ionith by night 2 days earlier, successfully breaking through the enemy lines, but then being surrounded by overwhelming forces on the road to Septimia. They told of a heroic last stand by the Emperor and the 10th Legion, which allowed a remnant of the 14th to reach Septimia. 2 survivors of the 10th arrived in Septimia that night, having slipped through the enemy lines during the undisciplined victory celebration. These men confirmed having seen the Emperor die, cut down by enemy arrows as he rallied the 10th's shield wall. Part 4. Conclusion. The Commission believes that the invasion of Akavir was doomed from the start for several reasons, none of which could have been foreseen beforehand, unfortunately. Despite extensive intelligence gathering, the expeditionary force was clearly unprepared for the situation in Akavir. The unexpected weather in which plagued the army and navy was particularly disastrous. Without the loss of a majority of the Far East fleet during the campaign, the expeditionary force could have been withdrawn in 289. The weather also forced the Emperor to assign most of his battle mage corps to the fleet, leaving him without their valuable assistance during the fighting which soon followed. And of course, the unexpected drought which struck Ionith during the 289 dash the hopes of supplying the army locally, and left the expeditionary force in an untenable situation when besieged in Ionith. The Psyche were also much stronger than the intelligence report had suggested. Information on the size of the army the Psyche were eventually able to field against the expeditionary force is vague, as the only serious fighting took place after regular communications were cut off between the Emperor and the Council. Nevertheless, it seems likely that the Psyche outnumbered the Emperor's forces by several times, as they were able to force 4 crack legions into retreat and then keep them under siege for several months. Stated previously, the Commission declines to criticize the initial decision to invade Akavir. Based on what was known at the time, the plan seems sound. It is only with the benefit of hindsight it does become obvious that the invasion had little chance of success. Nevertheless, the Commission believes that several valuable lessons can be taken from this disaster. Fuck me. The Emperor has died, 4 legions got destroyed. You guys completely underestimate the enemy, went in completely blind, and no idea what to do with. And like, what was the reason for invading even in the first place? It's just to conquer it, was it? Oh my god, it's gonna take me forever to flip all the way back. Firstly, the Psyche may have extremely powerful arcane forces at their command. The possibility that they may have manipulated the weather across such a vast region seems incredible, and it should be noted that 3 commissioners strongly objected to this paragraph even being included in his report. But the Commission believes that this matter deserves urgent investigation. The potential danger is such that even a slight possibility must be taken seriously. Second, the Psyche appeared to possess no navy to speak of. The expeditionary force was never threatened by sea, and the Far East fleet fought nothing but the weather. Indeed, initial plans called for a portion of their fleet to remain in Akavir for use in coastal operations, but in the event there were very few places where the large vessels of the fleet could approach the land, due to innumerable reefs, sandbars, islands, etc. that infested the coastal workers north and south of Septimia. Due to utter lack of trees in the plains around Septimia and Ionith, the expeditionary force was unable to build smaller vessels which could have navigated shallow coastal waters. Any future military expeditions against Akavir would do well to consider some way of bringing a means for inshore naval operations in order to exploit this clear advantage over the Psyche, an advantage that was sadly unexploited by the expeditionary force. Third, much longer term study needs to be made of Akavir before another invasion could be contemplated. No shit, Sherlock. That should have been the first thing. The first thing they should have fucking done is actually research who the fuck they're invading. At the very least, right? Oh my god. What a dumbass the Emperor was. But, you know, we declined to criticize his decision because he's the Emperor and all that jazz. The information gathered over the 4 years prior to the invasion was extensive but clearly inadequate. The weather conditions were completely unexpected, the Saisi much stronger than expected, and the attempted negotiations by the Emperor with the Saisi was a disaster. Akavir proved alien beyond expectation, and the Commission believes any future attempt to invade Akavir should not be contemplated without much greater knowledge of the conditions, politics, and people of the continent presently obtained. Finally, the Commission unanimously concludes that, given what we now know, any attempt to invade Akavir is folly, at least in the present state of the Empire. The Empire's legions are needed at home. One day, a peaceful, united Empire will return to Akavir and exact severe retribution for the disaster at Yonah and for our fallen Emperor. But that day is not now, nor in the foreseeable future. Well, keep coping, I guess. God damn, that was a whole bloody novel I read. See, this is the thing about Skyrim. It's like... it's full of... oh my god, it's got so many books. Ah! Biography of Barenzia. Good lord, there's so many books to read. I don't even know if I want to kind of like read through all that again. The Cake and the Diamond by, what's his name? Ethern Wendell. It was a rat in the pot, a foreigner corner club in Outrun, talking to my fellow rats when I first saw the woman. Now, Breton women are fairly common in the rat in the pot. As a breed, they seem inclined to wander far from their perches in High Rock. Old Breton women, however, are not so migratory, and the wizened old biddy drew attention to herself, wandering about the room, talking to everyone. Nimloth and old Oediat were at their usual places, drinking usual stuff. Oediat was showing off a prize he had picked up in some illicit manner, a colossal diamond, as large as a baby's hand, clear as spring water. I was admiring it when I heard the creaking of old bones behind me. "Good day to you, friends," said the old woman. "My name is Abel Credit, Abel Credit, and I am in need of financial assistance to facilitate my transportation to Redania. You want to see the temple for charity," said Nimloth curtly. "I'm not looking for charity," said Abiel. "I'm looking to barter services." "Don't make me sick, old woman," laughed old idiot. "Did you say your name was Abel Credit?" I asked. "Are you related to Abel Credit, the High Rock alchemist?" "Closely related," she said with a crackle. "We are the same person. Perhaps I can prepare you a potion in exchange for gold. I noticed that you have in possession a very fine diamond. Magical qualities of diamonds are boundless. Sorry, old woman, I ain't giving up for magic. It was trouble enough stealing this one. I've got a fence who will trade it for gold. But your fence would demand a certain percentage, will not? What if I could give you a potion of invincibility instead? In return for that diamond, you could have the means to steal many more. A very fair exchange of services, I would say." "It would be, but I have no gold to give you," said Oediat. "I'll take what remains of the diamond after I made the potion," said Abel. "If you took it to the Mages Guild, you have to supply all the other ingredients and pay for it as well. If I learned my craft in the wild, where no potion makers existed to dissolve diamonds into dust. But you must do it by hand, by simple skill. You are blessed remnants, those fool potion makers that the guild simply swallow up." "That sounds all very nice," said Nimloth. "But how do we know your potion is going to work? If you make one potion, take the rest of Oediat's diamond and leave, we won't know until you've gone whether the potion works or not." "Ah, trust is so rare these days," sighed Abel. "I suppose I could make 2 potions for you, and there'd still be a bit of the diamond left for me." Not a lot, but perhaps enough to get me to Alt Redania. Then you can try the first potion right here and now, to see if you're satisfied or not. But, I interjected, you can make one potion that doesn't work and one that doesn't, one potion that works and one that doesn't, and take more of the diamond. She could even give you a slow-acting poison, and by the time you got to Alt Redania, you'd be dead. Bleeding Kinnereth, you done me are suspicious. I will hardly have any diamond left, but I could make two potions of 2 doses each, so you can satisfy yourself that the potion works and have no negative effects. If you still don't trust me, come along with me to my table, witness my craft if you like. So it was decided that I would accompany Abel back to her table where she had all her traveling bags full of herbs and minerals to make certain that she was not making 2 different potions. It took nearly an hour preparation, but she kindly allowed me to finish her half-filled flagon of wine while I watched her work. Splintering a diamond and powdering the pieces required the bulk of the time. Over and over again she waved her gnarled hands over the gem, intoning ancient enchantments and breaking the facets of stone into smaller and smaller pieces. Separately, she made pastes of minced bittergreen, crushed red balls of Delarcio Spey, and driblets of Siciliani oil. I finished the wine. Old woman, I finally said with a sigh, how much longer is this gonna take? I'm getting tired of watching you work. The Mages Guild had fooled the populace into thinking alchemy is a science. But if you're tired, rest your eyes. My eyes closed, seemingly of their own volition. Oh, but there had been something in that wine, something that made me do what she asked. I think I'll make up the potion as cakes, much more potent that way. Now tell me, young man, what will your friends do once I give them the potion? Mug you in the street afterwards to retrieve the rest of the diamond, I said simply. I didn't want to tell the truth, but there it was. Oh, she fucking gave him a truth potion. I thought so, but I wanted to be certain. You may open your eyes now. I had opened my eyes. Abel had made a small presentation on a wooden platter, 2 small cakes and a silver cutting knife. Pick up the cakes and bring them to the table, and don't say anything except agree with whatever I say. I did as I was told. It was a curious sensation. I didn't even really mind being her puppet. Of course, in retrospect, I resented it, but it seemed perfectly natural at the time to obey without question. Abel handed the cakes to Oediat, and I dutifully verified that both cakes were made the same way. She suggested that he cut one of the cakes in half, and she would take one piece and he'll take the other, just so he would know that they worked and weren't poisoned. Oediat thought it was a good idea and used Abel's knife to cut the cake. Abel took the piece on the left and popped it in her mouth. Oediat took the piece, then on the right swallowed it more cautiously. Abel and all the bags she was carrying vanished from sight almost instantly. Nothing happened to Oediat. Why do you work for the witch and not for me? Cried Oediat. Because diamond dust was only on the left-hand side of the blade, said the old alchemist through me. I felt her control lessening as the distance grew, and she heard invisibly down the dark Alderan street away from the Radin pot. We never found Abel Shadid or the diamond. Whether she completed her pilgrimage to Alderedania is anyone's guess. The cakes had no effect, except to give Oedian a bad case of droops that lasted nearly a week. Oh, the poor guy. Ransom of Zarek. Ancient Tales of the Dwemer, Part 1, by Marabas Soul. Salamil stood in her garden and read the letter her servant had brought to her. The bouquet of Yos roses in her hand fell to the ground. Maybe the better question is how many times you restarted the game without finishing was? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Wait, how far am I counting now again? Why am I even counting right now? Shit. Lol. I mean, seriously. I just like played this. I have so many hours spent in Skyrim, but none of it has been spent actually doing anything with the main quest. And like now what? I've been streaming this for like... It's been like 3 hours now. And I'm still just like reading books. Well done. Just amazing. In some ways, like Skyrim here is just basically like a virtual ancient library, and I'm just like picking books to read right now. Of course, like, you know, I had to go and kill a whole bunch of like bandits just now. But, you know, I guess it's like, it's all about the reward, right? Sally Mills stood in her garden and read the letter her servant brought to her. The bouquet of Yoss roses in the hand fell to the ground. For a moment it was as if all the birds had ceased to sing and the cloud had passed over the sky. Her carefully cultivated and structured haven seemed to flood over with darkness. "We have thy son," it read. "We will be in touch with thee shortly after our ransom demands." Zarek had never made it as far as Akon after all. One of the brigands on the road, orcs probably, or a cursed Dummer, must have seen his well-appointed carriage and taken him hostage. Jalamil clutched at a post for support, wondering if her boy had been hurt. He was but a student, not the sort to fight against a well-armed man, but had they beaten him, it was more than a mother's heart could bear to imagine. "Don't tell me they sent a ransom note so quickly," called a family voice, and a familiar face appeared through the hedge. It was Jarek. Jalamil hurried to embrace her boy, tears running down her face. "What happened?" she cried. "I thought you had been kidnapped." "I was," said Zarek. 3 huge soaring Nords attacked my carriage from Frimworm Pass. Brothers, as I learned, named Matthias, Ulin, and Kurg. You should have seen these men, Mother. Each one of them would have had trouble fitting through the front door, I can tell thee. "What happened?" Jalamil repeated. Were you rescued?" "I thought about waiting for that, but I knew they would send off a ransom note, and I know how you does worry. So I remembered that what my mentor at Akon always said about remaining calm, observing thy surroundings, and looking for my opponent's weaknesses." Zarek grinned. "It took a while though, because these fellows were truly monsters, and then when I listened to them bragging to one another, I realized that vanity was their weakness. So what did you do?" "They had me chained at a camp in the woods not far from Kale, on a high knoll overlooking a wide river. I heard one of them, Kurg, telling the others that it would take the better part of an hour to swim across the river and back. They were nodding in agreement when I spoke up. "I could swim that river and be back in 30 minutes, I said. "Impossible," said Kurg. "I can swim faster than a whelp like thee." So it was agreed that we would dive off a cliff, swim to the central island, and return. As we went to our respective rocks, Kurg took it upon himself to lecture me about all the fine points of swimming, the importance of synchronized movements of the arms and legs for maximum speed, how essential it was to breathe after only a third or fourth stroke, not too often to slow thyself down, but not too often to lose one's air. Oh heck, you reading Skyrim books makes for a good background audiobook. Oh, cheers. I nodded and agreed to all these fine points. When we dove off the cliffs, I made it to the island and back in a little over an hour, but Kurg never returned. He had dashed his brains at the rocks at the base of the cliff. I had noticed the telltale undulations of underwater rocks, and had taken the diving rock on the right. "But you returned?" asked Jalamil, astounded. "Was that not then when you escaped?" "It was too risky to escape then," said Zarek. "They could have easily caught me again, and I wasn't keen to be blamed for Kurg's disappearance. I said I did not know what happened to him, and after some searching, they decided he had forgotten about the race and had swum ashore to hunt for food. They could not see how it could have had anything to do with his disappearance, as fully visible as I was throughout my swim. The 2 brothers began making camp along the rocky cliff edge, picking ideal locations so that I would not be able to escape. One of the brothers, Matthias, began I began to comment on the quality of the soil and the gradual incline of the rock that circled around the bay below. Ideal, he said, for a foot race. I expressed my ignorance of the sports, and he was keen to give me details on a proper technique for running a race. He made absurd faces, showing how one must breathe through the nose and out through the mouth, how to bend one's knees to the proper angle on the rise, the importance of sure foot placement. Most importantly, he said, was that the runner keeps an aggressive but not too strenuous pace if one intends to win. It is fine to run in second place through the race, he said, provided one has the willpower and strength to pull out in the end. Oh my god, I think he's gonna die horribly, isn't he? I was an enthusiastic student, and Matthias decided that we ought to run a quick race around the edge of the bay before night fell. Olin told us to bring back some firewood when we came back. We began at once down the path, skirting the cliff below. I followed his advice about breath, gait, and foot placement, but I ran with all my power right from the start. Despite his much longer legs, I was a few paces ahead as we wound the first corner. With his eyes on my back, Matthias did not see the gap in the rock that I jumped over. He plummeted over the cliff before I had a chance to cry out. I spent a few minutes gathering some twigs before I returned to Olin and the camp. "Now you were just showing off," said Jalamil. "Surely that would have been a good time to escape." "You might think so," agreed Zarek. "But you had to see the topography, a few large trees and nothing but shrubs. Olin would have noticed my absence and caught up with me in no time, and I would have the hard time explaining Matthias' absence. However, the brief forage around the area allowed me to observe some of the trees close up, and I could formulate my final plan. When I got back to camp with a few twigs, I told Olin that Matthias was slow to come along, dragging a large dead tree behind him. Olin scoffed at his brother's strength, saying that it would take him less time to pull up a live tree by the roots and drop it on the bonfire. I expressed reasonable doubt. "I'll show you," he said, ripping up a 10-foot tall specimen effortlessly. "But that's scarcely a sapling," I objected. "I thought you could rip up a tree." His eyes followed mine to a magnificent, heavy-looking one at the edge of the clearing. Oh boy, I'm literally on the edge of my seat right now. Olin grabbed it and began to shake it with a tremendous force to loosen its roots from the dirt. With that, he loosened the hide from the uppermost branches, dropping it down onto his head. "That was when I made my escape, Mother," said Zarek in conclusion, showing a little schoolboy pride. While Matthias and Korg were at the base of the cliff, and Olin was flailing about, engulfed by a swarm. Oh my god. Oh my god. Publisher's note. I was reluctant to publish the works of Marabas Sol, but when the University of Gawain Press asked me to edit this edition, I decided to use it as an opportunity to set the record straight once and for all. Wait, what the fuck? Scholars do not agree on the exact date of Marabas Sol's work, but it is generally agreed they were written by the playwright Gore Philim, famous for popular comedies and romances during the interregnum. That's what does that word even mean? Interregnum. In the interim between the fall of the First Cyrodiilic Empire and the rise of Tiber Septim? I guess that's what it means, right? The current theory holds that Fulham heard a few genuine Dwemer tales and adapted them to the stage in order to make them money, along with rewritten versions of many of his own plays. Gore Philim created the persona of Marabas Sol, who could translate the Dwemer language in order to add some sort of validity to the work and make it even more valuable to the gullible. What the fuck? Wait, so this is not a Dwemer story at all? What the hell? Note that while Marabas Sol and his works became the subject of heated controversy, there were no reliable records of anyone actually meeting Marabas Sol, nor was there anyone by that name employed by the Mages Guild, the School of Julianos, or any other intellectual institution. So guy just straight up like made up a whole like author thing. In any case, the Dwemer and most of the tales of Marabas Soul bear little resemblance to the fearsome, unfathomable race that frightened even the Dunmer, Nords, and Redguards into submission and built ruins that even now have yet to be understood. See, I thought that this was actually like a legit Dwemer story. Or at least, like, at the end of it, like, the publisher doesn't even think it's a real story. Baronzia V3. Do I have V's 1 and 2? Actually, I don't remember if I've read those. Brief History of the Empire. I think I got like 2 of those books now. Yeah, I literally have 2 of those books. Gonna be doing some mining and looting and mining and killing, mining and like looting. Are there other things to do in Skyrim? Like really, other than looting and mining? Surely there must be a little bit more to this game, right? Right? Uh-oh. Whoa. Damn, that was close. Almost done fucked me up like that. Whoa. Sorry, Lydia. Damn, girl, you on fire. Lol, it's a dead high elf. Ow. Ow, ow. Fuck. Spikes are so sharp. I need a pickaxe. Oh no, I need a pickaxe. Damn, where did I leave those pickaxes earlier? I think we're up here somewhere, weren't they? We're gonna mine this whole, like, this whole place until it gets everything. Nothing spared, my friends. Nothing spared. Right, so sorry, Lydia. Keep jumping the damn gun, you know? Oh, sorry. Ah, tomatoes. Knew I forgot something. Oh, another book of the brief history of the Empire, eh? Holy shit, it's only like 9 o'clock. Why am I yawning so hard right now? I mean, then again, I'm not really doing much at the moment. Just looting and stuff. Oof, a chest. Now we can open. Any iron ore? Oh my god, this iron. Oh, this corundum. It's 9 o'clock. Is there any like good foot sales going on around? Something perhaps I could like order. Is that going to cook? Not that I mind cooking, you know. It's always cheaper anyway. Oops. Damn, these guys were like leaving this iron ore all around here. I wonder what they were waiting for. Like a dragonborn to just wander in to steal all their food, their gold, the potions and everything. Including the iron ore. Man, what a waste. Oh, one more. More ore. Skyrim. I think that's it, right? I don't see any more ore to mine in here. Oh, more iron. Can't escape the iron. Oh shit, like the other day I wanted to get a kebab. I missed out on this deal. Should I try again? I mean, it's just kebab. I know what a kebab is. Oh, there's another vein on the wall. Lol. Just mining the iron ore is like playing a clicker game right now. Like an auto clicker game, actually. Any more? Any more? Oh my god, there's still more. Right, any more? Let me know if there's more to mine. Oh my god, there's still more to mine. Any more to mine? Any more to mine? Oh my god, still more to mine. He is like gonna be like so fucking thorough in clearing out this whole place. Lol. Dang, that lighting effects.
That's all you've got?
Yeah, I suppose. Did we kick everything? Fuck. That just make me want to go like one more round. Fuck me. Alright, let's have a look. Mind. Oh, wait. Mammoth tusks. Very important. Because dear Isolde, she needs them iron tusks. Really do not see any other ore that needs to be mined right now though. These sacks are already empty. Stripped out these bandits now. Fuck me, there's still one more ore to mine. God damn. This is never ending. Yeah, I think we're actually done. Oof. How is it that one small camp like this takes so long to clear? No, I think it's because like I spent too much time like reading those books just now, and now like mining all of the iron ores in this place. Fuck. I'm still second guessing myself, wondering if I have missed out any ore right here. But yeah, like there are bigger mines that we're going to be finding later on in this game. So like, fuck. Probably going to be stuck here the whole day. Whole night even. If I allow myself to. But I think we're clear now. Where to next? So I guess we're going back to Whiterun then. Is that a bandit camp? Please tell me those are no bandits. Ah, fuck, they are bandits.
I'm warning you. Back off. Now ain't this a surprise?
GG easy. Okay, don't know what setting I set already for difficulty here. Difficulty adept. Ah, okay. It's like normal mode, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at that. Next, I feel like really it makes no sense to play this in legendary unless you really want to torture yourself. With like bullet spongy enemies and shit. Because effectively that's what it does, it just turns every enemy into like a bullet sponge. Eva Stone Singer. Sit quietly, child, and listen, for the story I tell you is a story of the ages. But what is it, grandfather? Is it a story of heroes and beasts? The grandfather looked patiently at the child. He was growing to a fine boy. Soon he would see the value in stories, the lessons that were taught to each generation. Just listen, child. Let the story take root in your heart. In a time before now, long before now, when the Skal were new, there was a peace in the land. The sun was hot and the crops grew long, and the people were happy in the peace that the Allmaker provided. But the Skal grew complacent and lazy, and it took for granted the lands and all the gifts the Allmaker had given them. They forgot, or chose not to remember, that the adversary is always watching, and that he delights in tormenting the Allmaker and his chosen people. And so it was that the adversary came to be among the Skal. The adversary had many aspects. He appears in the Holy Beasts and Incurable Plague. At the end of the seasons, we will know him as Thartag the World Devourer. In these ages, he came to be known as the Greedy Man. Yeah, can I add anything with this lamb kebab here? Maybe I should just order a drink alongside. I got like less than a minute left. No, I mean a minute, less than 2 minutes left to make an order. What do I do? I'll just go with fries. Fries seems like the easiest thing. Holy crap. Delivery is still $8 anyway. Fuck this. That's pointless. Oh well. The adversary had many aspects. He appears in the unholy beasts and the incurable plague. At the end of the seasons, we will know him as Thartak the World Devourer, but these days he became known as the Greedy Man. The Greedy Man, that is what we call him, for to speak his name will certainly bring ruin to the people. Lived among the Skull for many months. Perhaps he was once just a man, but when the adversary entered into him, he became the Greedy Man, and that is how he is remembered. It came to be one day that the powers of the Skull left them. The strength left the arms of the warriors, and the shaman could no longer summon the beasts to their side. The elders thought that surely the All-Maker was displeased, and some suggested that the All-Maker had left them forever. It was then that the Greedy Man appeared to them and spoke. You of the Skull have grown fat and lazy. I have stolen the gifts of your All-Maker. I have stolen the oceans so you will forever know thirst. I have stolen the lands and trees and the sun so your crops will wither and die. I have stolen the beasts and you will go hungry. And I have stolen the winds and you will live without the spirit of the All-Maker. And until one of you can reclaim these gifts, the Skull will live in misery and despair, for I am the Greedy Man, and that is my nature. And the Greedy Man disappeared. The members of the Skull spoke for many days and nights. They knew that one of them must retrieve the gifts of the All-Maker, but they could not decide who it should be. I cannot go, said the elder, for I must stay on to lead the Skull and tell our people what is the law. I cannot go, said the warrior, for I must protect the Skull. My sword will be needed in case the Greedy Man reappears. I cannot go, said the shaman, for the people need my wisdom. I must read the portents and offer my knowledge. It was then that a young man called Ivar lifted his voice. He was strong of arm and fleet of foot, though he was not yet a warrior of the Skull. I will go, said Ivar, and the Skull laughed. Hear me out, the boy continued. I am not yet a warrior, so my sword will not be needed. I cannot read the portents, so the people will not seek my counsel. And I am young, and not yet wise in the ways of the law. I will retrieve the gifts of the All-Maker from the Greedy Man. If I cannot, I will not be missed. The Skull thought on this briefly and decided to let Ivar go. He left the village the next morning to retrieve the gifts. Ivar first set out to retrieve the gift of water, so he traveled to the Waterstone. It was there that the All-Maker first spoke to him. Travel west to the sea and follow the swimmer to the waters of life. So Ivar walked to the edge of the ocean, and there was a swimmer, a black horker, sent from the All-Maker. The swimmer dove into the waters and swam very far and far again. Ivar was strong though, and he swam hard. He followed the swimmer to a cave, swimming deeper and deeper, his lungs burning and his limbs exhausted. At last, he found a pocket of air, and there in the dark, he found the waters of life. Gathering his strength, he took the waters and swam back to shore. Upon returning to the Waterstone, the All-Maker spoke. You have returned the gift of water to the Skull. The oceans again will bear fruit, and their thirst will be quenched. Ivar then traveled to the Earthstone, where the All-Maker spoke to him again. Enter the cave of hidden music, and hear the song of the earth. So Ivar traveled north and east to the cave of hidden music. He found himself in a large cavern, where the rocks hung from the ceiling and grew from the ground itself. He listened there and heard the song of the earth, but it was faint. Grabbing up his mace, he struck the rocks of the floor in time with the song, and the song grew louder until it filled the cavern and his heart. Then he returned to the Earthstone. The gift of the earth is with the Skull again, said the All-Maker. The lands are rich again, and all will bear life. Ivar was tired as the sun burned him, and the trees offered no shade, and there was no wind to cool him. Still, he traveled on to the Beast Rock, and the All-Maker spoke. Find the good beast, and ease his suffering. Ivar traveled through the woods for the Isfinner for many hours until he heard the cries of a bear from across the hill. As he crested the hill, he he saw the bear, a Falmer's arrow piercing its neck. He checked the woods for the Falmer, for that is what they are, though some say they are not. Finding none, he approached the beast. He spoke soothing words and came upon it slowly, saying, "Good beast, I mean you no harm. The Allmaker has sent me to ease your suffering." Hearing these words, the bear ceased his struggles and lay his head at Avar's feet. Avar grasped the arrow and pulled it from the bear's neck. Using the little nature's magic he knew, Avar tended the wound, though it took the last bit of his strength. As the bear's wound closed, Avar slept. When he awoke, the bear stood over him, and the remains of a number of Falmer were strewn about. He knew that the good beast had protected him during the night. He traveled back to Beast Rock, the bear by his side, and the Allmaker spoke to him again. "You have returned the gift of the beasts. Once again, the good beasts will feed Skal when they are hungry, clothe them when they are cold, and protect them in times of need." Avar's strength had returned, so he traveled on to the tree stone, though the good beast did not follow him. When he arrived, the Allfather spoke to him. "The first trees are gone, and must be replanted. Find the seed and plant the first tree." Avar traveled through the hairstack forest, searching for the seeds of the first tree. But he could find none. Then he spoke to the tree spirits, the living trees. They told him that the seeds had been stolen by one of the Falmer, for they are the servants of the adversary. And this Falmer was hiding them deep in the forest, so that none of them would ever find them. Avar traveled to the deepest part of the forest, and there he found the evil Falmer, surrounded by the lesser tree spirits. Avar could see that the spirits were in his thrall, that he had used the magic of the seeds and spoken their secret name. Avar knew that he could not stand against such a force, and that he must retrieve the seeds in secret. Avar reached into his pouch and drew out his flint. Gathering leaves, he started a small fire outside the clearing where the Falmer and the ensorcelled spirits milled. All the Skal knew the spirits' hatred of fire, for the fire ravaged the trees they serve. At once, the nature of the spirits took hold, and they rushed to quell the flames. During the commotion, Avar snuck behind the Falmer and snatched the powder seeds, stealing away before the evil being knew they were gone. When Avar returned the tree stone, he planted a tree in the ground, and the Allmaker spoke to him. The gift of trees is restored. Once again, the trees and plants will bloom and grow, and provide nourishment and shade. Avar was tired, for the sun will only burn, yet the winds could not cool him. But he rested briefly in the shade of the trees. His legs were weary, and his eyes heavy. Knees weak, mom spaghetti. But he continued on. Traveling to the sunstone again, the Allmaker spoke. "The gentle warmth of the sun is stolen, so now it is only burns. Free the sun for the halls of penumbra." And so Avar walked west, over the frozen lands until he reached the halls of penumbra. The air inside was thick and heavy, and he could see no farther than the end of his arm. Yet he felt his way along the walls, though he heard the shuffling of feet and knew that this place held the unholy beasts who would tear his flesh and eat his bones. For hours he crept along, until he saw a faint glow far at the end of the hall. There, from behind a sheet of perfect ice, came a glow so bright that he had to shut his eyes, lest they be forever blinded. He plucked the flaming eye from one of the unholy beasts and threw it at the ice with all of his might. A small crack appeared in the ice, then grew larger. Slowly, the light crept out between the cracks, widening them, splitting the ice wall into pieces. With a deafening crack, the wall crumbled, and the light rushed over Avar and through the halls. He heard the shrieks of unholy beasts as they were blinded and burned. He ran out of the hills, following the light, and collapsed on the ground outside. When he was able to rise again, the sun again warmed him, and he was glad for that. He traveled back to the Sunstone, where the Allmaker spoke to him. "The gift of the sun is the Skal's once again. He'll warm them and give them light. Avar had one final gift he had to recover, the gift of the winds, so he traveled to the Windstone, far on the western coast of the island. When he arrived, the Allmaker spoke to him, giving him his final task: find the greedy man and release the wind from his captivity. So, Avar wandered land in search of the greedy man. First, he looked in trees, but the greedy man did not hide there. Nor did he hide near the oceans or the deep caves, and the beasts had not seen him in the dark forests. Finally, Avar came to a crooked house, and he knew that here he would find the greedy man. "Who are you?" shouted the greedy man, "that you would come to my house?" "I am Avar on the Skull," said Avar. "I am not a warrior, shaman, or elder. I will not return. I will not be missed. I have returned the oceans and the earth, the trees, the beasts, and the sun, and I will return the winds to my people, that we may feel the spirits of the Allmaker in our souls again." And with that, he grabbed up the greedy man's bag and tore it open. The winds rushed out with gale force, sweeping the greedy man up and carrying him off, far from the island. Avar breathed in the winds and was glad. He walked back to the Windstone, where the Allmaker spoke to him a final time. "You have done well, Avar. You, the least of the Skull, have returned my gifts to them. The greedy man is gone for now, and should not trouble your people again in your lifetime. Your Allmaker is pleased. Go now, and live according to your nature." And Avar started back to the Skull village. "And then what happened, grandfather?" "What do you mean, child? He went home." "No, when he returned to the village," the child continued, "was he made a warrior? Taught the ways of the shaman? Did he lead the Skull in battle?" "I do not know. That's where the story ends," said the grandfather. "But that's not an ending. That's not how stories end." The old man laughed and got up from his chair. "Is it not?" Cheeky fella. Damn, that was one hell of a bedtime story. God damn. I feel like I'm gonna re-watch myself recording that, fall asleep later on. Oh shit. That was a quick intermission. Now I can get back to a regularly scheduled program. I wonder if all the food we picked up so far can actually cook something. I actually cook quite a bit. Don't think I need any of it right now though. I think like shit, another 10 minutes. I'm going to finish off these last two quests I can do inside Whiterun, and then we call it night. Gotta sleep a bit early because I think I plan to have like a trip in the morning. to Lao yet. See about getting that PC upgrade that is sorely needed. Or sorts of needed. Actually, if they have a really good PC case over there, I might just take it.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something you need.
Hey, soda.
Once I've made enough money, thank you. This should turn that old cat's glaze. Maybe I'll be able to.
Hey, get out the way there, you fucking lol.
As promised. Let me show you.
Can't you see we're talking here?
Don't want some shifty merchant giving you a raw trade. Farewell.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first.
Oh.
Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Come back. What do you need, my friend? Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the Restoration School, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Take a look.
Oh, what's her levels of alchemist actually?
I think I can teach you a thing or two.
Oh, just expert level, not master level. I suppose figures.
Chops and steaks fit for a Jarl.
An ass man, you said. Let me show you the power of Talos Storm Crown. Or not enough. Where my bread is grown.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
There he is.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Do I has a house already? think like I already has the house, right? That's a priest home key. Hey, no, I don't have the house yet.
No lollygagging.
What is it that you need?
The only grown-ups who talk to me are the kind I don't want talking to me.
Oh well. There's a few quests to kind of finish. So SV is good. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it a night for now. Thanks for watching. Till the next one. Bye.